Just ask
You
him.
don't
You
even
just
know.
Right, like, what are
That's
you
what I
talking
mean.
about?
This is what I mean,
guys. This is what I mean. This is what
OnlyFans
It takes a lot of. This is what this economy breeds.
These are the women on OnlyFans, okay? You know what I mean? Like, these are the women on OnlyFans. So that should let you know right there what you're getting on OnlyFans. You're not getting conversation. That's the last thing you're getting on OnlyFans. No conversation at all, okay? And like I said, I know these three women were attractive because I seen the Fresh and Fit, the Fresh and Fit interview, and they were some attractive women, but they all look like they were sex workers. Let's just keep it a buck. They all look like they were selling pussy. Excuse me. They were selling, you know the word I'm talking about. They were selling that stuff.
Let him speak, ladies. Let him speak, and then you guys will get your shot too.
So Hafez has been, he's tried to be as measured as possible. I came in and tried to be as measured as possible. And what are we getting? We're getting attacked, we're getting anger, we're getting, you don't know nothing, you don't know. What I do know is of all the business people on this platform, the people who are going to have long-term success are not you.
Okay, so I'll see. You're saying it's not me, we'll see. We'll see if I won't be successful.
And my point that I was simply trying to bring up, if you feel offended, that's how you feel. But
I'm not offended.
No. You had a chance. New York. You had a chance to talk. The reality of the matter is there is a way, whether you're upset or not, that you talk to people. I have not been trying to be disrespectful to you. I have not raised my tone. I have attempted to allow you to communicate and not talked over you. So what's not gonna happen is that as adults, that you're gonna treat me one way and I'm gonna treat you a different way. The same way that you want me to be respectful, to listen to you and to try to have a conversation with you, I ask that you do the same. If we cannot follow those rules, then you can exit the conversation, because we are simply trying to have a conversation here. If you felt like somebody, New York, you have to let people talk. You see, this is the problem. Now we're getting into the problem of modern society, because the whole reason I even got here is because there was certain attitudes I was seeing that you guys were inhibiting. Because remember, the initial question was, what are characteristics about yourself that could be a turnoff to a guy? And some of those things in regards to the attitude, because you started off by saying, well, I'm independent, right? But it's not your independence, it's your attitude. And the reality of the matter is the kind of guys that you want have a choice. They're not going to choose this kind of attitude. So when you're attractive, when you have a nice body, when you pay for money, pay for things and all that stuff, you can get attention. But the reality is, with that kind of attitude, you will not get retention. And so all day long, the fundamental reality is when you're 20 and you have your looks, use your looks to leverage whatever you can get. But that eventually runs out. And at the end of the day, what's going to happen is you're going to be at a point in your life where all you're going to have is who you are as a person. And if you have not spent time, energy, effort, and resources into investing into yourself to becoming a better person, what you're going to be is by yourself. And so, my hope for these conversations is that we as men and women can talk to one another and build one another up. But to sit down here to tear each other down and to come with this negative attitude and this condescending demeanor, that's not the productive way we need to move forward.
And we can have a conversation about it. Go ahead. You had something, and then we'll turn it to...
No, that was dope. That was a dope little breakdown he hit her with right quick, because he's right. Like, you know, I can tell you from experience, because I am single, that dating all the really attractive women that I dated, they all seem to have attitude problems. They didn't know how to listen. They didn't know how to follow. All they wanted to do was talk back and bitch. And it's like, I don't care how beautiful you are, sweetheart. Your attitude also makes you beautiful. And if you're beautiful on the outside, but your attitude is unattractive on the inside, then that makes you unattractive, period. Your inside, and for me, just I'm speaking on for myself. For me, your attitude, who you are as a person, outweighs the way you look. That's just me. Now I know you could go a lot of different places with that, okay? But I still have a preference on how I like my women to look, okay? So if I am, dating a woman, then that she's my preference, inside and out. But like I stated, I've met a lot of women, gorgeous, okay, that I would have loved to, make my wife. But no sooner than, you guys get to talking or dating, you see that her attitude is shot, and it's just something that you don't want to deal with.
Evan, and then we'll let you speak as well,
Yeah.
Damaris.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Sorry. It's fine. It's open forum. You know what I'm saying? Say your piece. I saw that you wanted to say something earlier.
No, I retire.
And me too. I feel like you said you were being respectful, but you weren't. As a man, I feel like you have no place to tell women how to make their money. And then you're referring to it as a sex industry. Just because you have OnlyFans doesn't mean you're having sex on it. You could be cooking on OnlyFans. You could do whatever you want. So I just feel like I'm just offended. And it's not just towards me, it's towards women, because men have no place at all to say how women should and
We
shouldn't.
have every place. We built the goddamn world you live in.
No, you didn't.
I'm gonna
The
say
God,
platform you're on is built by men.
I'm gonna say one.
Nobody made this about men
You
or
guys do
women.
not get paid unless I stay here. So
This is what tends to happen when, whether it's OnlyFans, TikTok, Instagram, and when women can't handle it, they leave. This is the point. This is about business. Business isn't offensive, but when people in their lack of knowledge gets exposed, they get offended. They call themselves experts and business owners and everything else. You're online strippers. Would make a little bit of money. Congratulations. I'm good with escorts. I'm good with strippers. But when someone like Hafiz or myself tries to sit down and talk to you about your level of ignorance, you're offended. Your ignorance is what offends you. It's offensive to me that you're going to try to make this about men and sexism. This is what the world has done. It's got little pampered princesses who can get online, make some money, and think that they're on the same level as men who built this world, and they are not. That's what you just saw them leave, because they can't go get onto Wall Street, Main Street, anywhere, into a bank, into anybody's business to be taken seriously with their so-called business plan or their go-to-market strategy. You're taking what the world has given you, your creator has given you, and you put it online. Thank men for building the internet, the computers, the smartphone, and everything else that allows you to sit up in your luxury apartment and get paid for showing your feet. We did that. You didn't. And in 10 years, when no one wants to see your feet or your G-string or your tattoos or whatever else, Hafiz, Chris, the roommates, Mario, Fresh, not Mario, Myron, Fresh, we will all be still running our businesses because we don't get emotional about business. When somebody tells us we have a hole in our game, we humble ourselves, we check ourselves, we get better. That's what men do, because we have the business of building the world. We can't fucking walk off like babies because it happened. I didn't like it. See, Atlas can't shrug. If we shrugged, you would die. That's what happens every time one of you little crybabies gets called out here on the platform you came to get attention you asked for. When you get more smoke than you're willing to handle, you want to cry and stomp off. Well, kick rocks. And guess what? There'll be a new one tomorrow, because now that one of y'all on the panel can honestly say that you are bringing something to the market that ain't 15 other chicas down on the street bringing. None. So when we sit here and try to have a conversation with you and tell you, guess what? Whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, every new influencer, every new person thinks just because they have the dope content, they've got the fucking key. They've discovered fire. They've invented the wheel, and there's more that goes into it than just turning on a camera and saying, "Hi, I'm on YouTube. Hi, I'm on Facebook. Hi, I'm on OnlyFans." It takes planning. It takes work. It takes strategy. It takes business knowledge. It takes collaboration. It takes a lot of things that you obviously don't have. And that's why you're upset, because at the end of the day, you know you don't have them, and you don't have the patience, the intelligence, even the patience, the intelligence, even the resources to sit down and just listen. So carry your cell phone, and when OnlyFans stops, Subway will be hiring.
So, yeah. You know, everything that Kevin was saying was true. What the ladies were saying, once again, you know, I hate to say it, but you know, you just heard just ignorance, just all in their conversation. Like they don't know what's going on. Like he said, you guys just, you know, have a wave right now, and you better ride it. And if you making money off of it, you better be investing it smartly, because that wave ain't gonna be here forever. And that's pretty much all he was saying. But when he asked things like, well, you know, how are you investing your money, stuff like that, and she got upset, that woman ain't investing no money. She lying. You know, she could have easily just said, oh, I invest in stocks, easily. But she ain't invested in nothing. Like he said, you ain't doing nothing but getting that money, going buying bags, going out to eat, stuff like that, having fun with your girls. And once like he said, in about 5-10 years, when OnlyFans is old, you're going to be sitting back wondering where all the money went, because you didn't use it, you know, wisely and invested in something that, you know, has some longevity to it. Because like he said, we don't know how long OnlyFans will be here. OnlyFans could be shut down next year, next month. We don't know. We don't know what's going on with OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? But at this point in time, it's just a wave that you can ride. So if you can ride that wave, get a couple meal, then you better take that meal and put it up and flip it to a couple more meal, because once again, you just don't know what's going to happen with OnlyFans. So that's all he was really saying. And like I said, I know the young ladies was getting upset, or they were, like you said, they were ignorant. And you know, a lot of times when you're in a position and you don't know, unless you can humble yourself and just listen and get the information, that way you can go back and use it. If you just walk off in the middle of the information, then, you know, it was a waste of time for you. You know what I mean? So the ladies walking off, in my opinion, that was stupid. Like, I would have stayed and tried to get as much information as I could get, so that I could get my OnlyFans banging, or so I could take my money and transition it somewhere else. I would have been like, well, Dad, well, Kev, how, you know, what should I be invested in? Do you have any good investments? You know what I mean? But their whole attitude was just, you know, I'm better than you. You know, I'm making money. I'm this, I'm that. You can't tell me this. You a man. You can't say this. You can't say that. And it was just a horrible experience, as well as it was a horrible interview. So, you know, it is what it is. Shout out to the Godfather, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. Shout out Fresh and Fit. I think that's the name of the podcast. They got a dope podcast. Go check them out. And once again, man, this is just Black Fathers Initiative of Cleveland, www.blackfathersofcleveland.com. If you want to go to our website, see some of the things we're doing in the community, as well as you can make donations. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, so all the donations are tax deductible. Really appreciate the love. Peace.